became apparent that there was quite a large need in finding housing. The senior minister at the time, John Wilbur, had a committee formed to explore that opportunity. There actually was a building available, and that's quite a shock to him. The report came back unanimously, don't do it. It's just too risky. This minister did not take no easily. The effort was continued. It went to a full church meeting, this time, but only by 4 votes, and this is out of a church with many hundreds of members. It was decided to go ahead, and that was in 1962. From that little acorn has grown this rather large oak.
It's amazing to think about the journey, really, of Harborlight Homes and how that's progressed over 60 years. Now we're working in 12 different communities around the whole region, housing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of families. We're in construction right now on 4 projects at one time, which would have been unthinkable even 5 years ago. Boston Street Crossing for Maple Woods and Wenham. When we ran the lottery for Anchor Point, we're getting 10 times the amount of applicants as we have units. People who are there while we're drawing the lottery numbers, who are visibly hand clenching, hoping that they get a unit, which is both compelling to us and grievous. We're working to manifest this idea that says people who work here can live here. People who built this community can stay here. Our community members with special needs or disabilities can remain and find a place here. And that we're doing that all across the region. And we're encouraged that you are here to help us do that. And each of these communities is doing their part to make that possible. Thank you.
Oh, I adore it here. It's definitely a home for us, a community for us. By the time we got to Massachusetts, I say my son had gone through his 11th move. So To the Shelter was the 11th, and I think Harborlight was the 12th. He's 6 years old. On the day of the lottery, we were the second name called. I remember pinching myself to make sure that this was real. I was just dazed. I was like, this is like, you're getting a home. Yeah, we were gonna get a home. But I think every day after that, I was like, okay, the shelter wasn't gonna be permanent. I knew it was a season in my life. It actually took a few months for me to accept that it was our home, to cook in the kitchen, to unpack completely. We only had 2 bags. It just seemed too good to be true. And we were on the 3rd floor, and I'm looking at treetops. I don't think me and my son would have grown as quickly as we have in a year. And I started to work, an attainable job. I don't have a vehicle at this time, so just finding a job that I can get to that honored the time and hours that I needed to be there for my son. So my son, he had regressed into very aggressive behaviors. He was not speaking very well. Since we've been here, it's been a year. He's one of the top in his school. He is speaking and verbalizing very well. I just wanted to give him a chance at a different life. And he's doing fantastic.